Alright, so I made a video, but it was kind of just all over the place, so I deleted it. So I'm just going to explain what I did so far. So first I sanded off the giant thick layer of polyurethane on it. So then I filled in a crack that was along the bass drum with epoxy, kind of in the spirit of the guy that owned it before me because he filled in those holes with epoxy, which I still need to take care of that. I also filled in the bass drum spur holes with Bondo just because it's what I had. So now we're at this point, and originally I was going to wrap the drum, but now I'm painting it, as you can see. So I got a coat of primer on it. This is old primer I had left over, so we're using that. But the color, I'm not going to tell y'all yet until we start painting it, because I don't even know what color I'm going to choose yet. But we got that. Another thing is I need to add reinforcement hoops to the inside of the bass drum, just because, you know, this shell is really thin and it's really flexible. So I could buy new ones, but the thing is, you know, new bass drum hoops cost like $40 to $50, so it's like I buy these hoops to put inside this drum to make it, you know, structurally sound. But the drum costs less than the hoops, so that's kind of, you know, a dumb decision. And another thing too about this project is, you know, this is not meant to be like a proper fancy, you know, high-end drum set. At the end of the day, the shells are really cheap, so I could go out and spend tons of money on hardware and whatnot, but I'm just using what I have, so that's kind of the approach I'm going for. So it's kind of like a Mad Max, you know, rat rod sort of drum set, if that makes any sense to you. Kind of just using what I have, even though it's not exactly right, but it does work, so yeah. Alright, so going back to this lame face angle shot, but I just left Goodwill. My plan was to buy a flannel shirt that was big enough to wrap my floor tom. So my idea was that if it would fit me, then it'll be enough material to use for the floor tom. But they're all kid sizes. I couldn't find any. But I found these drapes for $3. So we'll use those for the floor tom. There's like 2 giant ones, or at least I think there's 2. There might be 4, but there's enough. I know that much to wrap the floor tom. I bought paint for the bass drum also, but honestly, I don't know if this color is gonna work out or not. So we'll see about that, and if not, then we'll just wrap the bass drum with the fabric also. And yeah, so let's do that. Alright, so just got the first coat of paint on this bass drum. Tell me what you think. Oh, it's green! So through the camera, it's not as green, it's kind of like a white color. Also, it's still wet, so once it dries, it'll be more green. I was going for a seafoam green. Gretsch makes the kit that's seafoam green colored, so that was kind of my inspiration for this color. So now that the paint has dried and the lighting is a little bit different, you can hopefully see a better view of the actual color, which, again, it's still a little bit more green in person, but I think it turned out pretty good. I got a coat of clear coat on it. A few things. I think that's like a smudge from my thumb. There's a few other little smudges here and there. There's a bigger one right there and there. So I just gotta add a few more coats of clear coat, sand the crap out of it, buff the crap out of it, and hopefully we can get a nice shiny finish on it. So now I'm installing these bass drum spurs, and honestly I've never done this before, but I think I am doing it somewhat correctly. So I put a little spacer between the lug, and to get the length of how far back it needs to go, I have this combination square. So I'll butt the this part up to this and up to the little stop right there, and put it in. I put in this side, so this turned out pretty good. I have some confidence. So I'll install this one, and I'll need to buy some tension rods, and we'll be good. So I'm going to drill a pile of holes with this 3/16 inch drill bit. Again, this is not very proper, but screw it. So now I have the 7/32 inch drill bit, so I'll finish these holes off. And that should be good. Take the spacer off, and we'll get this thing on. Alright, got the spur on, got the insides all tightened up, if you can see that. Have the other one on. So again, this isn't very proper, but where the Bondo is, I just cover that with Sharpie and the old tom mount holes. Also, you notice the tom mount holes are on the bottom. So you can see there's a little indent in the paint. You probably can't see it on camera, but there's a little indent in the paint, so that's why it's facing down. So now It looks like a virgin bass drum, so I just have to get this lug on. But first, I need to go buy tension rods for it, so I'm going to take this to see if I can get the right size. And I have the claws already, so just got to do that, and we'll be done. So I just finished putting the drum together. I got new tension rods, so we're good with that. And I was going through my old heads, and I have this Power Stroke 3, which I'll use for the batter side. Then I have this old Yamaha head, which I tried to cut a hole in it, but it didn't really do that well. So I either got that head, or I don't think you're ready for this, or this head. So I don't know about this. It's a little too much.